21-year-old salon owner murdered in her own shop over the weekend. Tonight, we learned that she was afraid for her life.
Destiny just was a sweet person. She was ambitious. She just wanted to do what she loved. She wanted to do hair and be a mother.
It's unbelievable, you know. We didn't expect nothing like this to happen. You know, I mean, she's in her own shop doing what she's supposed to do.
A 21-year-old mother is closing her salon for the night. Her daughter is just a few feet away. The door opens. She thinks it's a client. It's not. A single gunshot shatters the room. Witnesses are everywhere. But years later, no one has said a word. This is the murder of Destiny Harrison, the case where the killer didn't just disappear. They were allowed to. Before we get into what happened to Destiny, I want you to know where you are right now. Welcome to Weekly Crime Watch. Real stories, real attention. Subscribe, turn on the bell, like and share. Every action helps bring these closer to justice. Now let's dig in. Let me tell you who we're talking about here. Because this isn't just another crime statistic. This is someone's daughter, someone's mother, someone's future. Destiny Harrison wasn't born into money. She was born into drive. By the time she graduated from Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School in 2016, she'd already decided what she wanted: to own her own business. And not just any business, a salon where she could do hair, build a brand, create something that was hers. Most people her age, they're figuring out college. Destiny was already thinking 3 steps ahead. She enrolled at Bowie State University, majoring in business administration with a minor in fashion design. But here's the thing about ambitious people. They don't wait around for permission. While other students were going to parties, Destiny was working. Popeyes, Walmart, Victoria's Secret. Every shift was a step towards something bigger. By her late teens, she'd launched an online hair products line called Madame D Collection. She was literally building her brand while still in class. Then, in early 2018, life got real in a different way. Destiny found out she was pregnant. Her daughter Dream was born in September 2018. And you know what Destiny did? She didn't slow down. She accelerated. Less than a year later, in February 2019, she opened Madame D Beauty Bar on Milton Avenue in Highlandtown. The salon she'd been dreaming about, the one with her name on it. Her family remembers her as bright, innovative, smart, a fashionista who knew exactly who she was and where she was going. Her uncle Dwayne McQueen said she built the salon from the ground up and was a genuine go-getter who loved helping people.
Wonderful girl, entrepreneur, a go-getter. As you can see, she built this from the ground up.
By late 2019, Destiny had a thriving salon. She'd bought herself a red Mercedes. That's not just a car, that's a symbol. And that's proof that a 21-year-old black woman from Baltimore could create her own success. One of her last Instagram captions said, "No better feeling than someone calling you mommy." She meant it. But here's where the story shifts. And I need you to pay attention to this part, because it matters. December 9th, 2019, just 12 days before Destiny died. It's evening, and Destiny's inside her salon finishing up. She's probably thinking about getting home, seeing Dream, maybe relaxing after a long day of doing hair. Then, 2 people she recognizes from the neighborhood walk in. A man and a woman. They're not there for a haircut. What happens next happens fast. The man holds Destiny down while the woman punches her, stomps on her. They're animals about it. Then they grab what they came for, about $3,000 worth of hair extensions from her inventory, and they run. Destiny's beaten. Her salon's been violated, but she does something important. She reports it. On December 10th, she goes to police. She files charges. She identifies both of them. And in her sworn statement to the court, she says something that should have been a red flag to everyone. "I'm sure they picked the lock to the door, and I'm scared for my life and business." Not worried, not concerned, scared for her life. She knew something was wrong. She felt it. The police took her seriously. They charged the couple with burglary, theft, and assault. And by late December, the court granted Destiny a protective order against the male suspect. Destiny did everything right. She documented the attack. She went through the system. She warned people. She asked for help. And then, nothing happened. December 21st, 2019. It's a Saturday. Around 6 p.m., Destiny's at the salon finishing up her day. Her daughter Dream is there with her. just over a year old, probably playing or sitting in a carrier while her mom works. There are several clients in the salon, people who know Destiny, people who've trusted her with their hair, their time, their money. Everything is normal. And then someone walks through the door. The surveillance footage shows what happens next, and I want to be clear about this. It's instant. There's no negotiation. There's no conversation. There's no demand for money or valuables. The person who walks in raises a gun and shoots Destiny in the head. One shot. That's all it takes to end a life. The salon erupts into chaos. Clients scatter. People are screaming. They're running for the exits. The shooter flees just as fast as they came. And in the middle of all that confusion, in the middle of all that terror, a 1-year-old girl is left alone on the floor. Dream is on the ground near her mother's body. Nobody even knew she was there at first. Destiny was rushed to the hospital, but she was already gone. A 21-year-old mother, an entrepreneur, a woman who had everything figured out at an age when most people are still finding themselves dead. Her daughter grew up without her. When police arrived, they found a scene they've seen too many times in Baltimore. A young black woman, a senseless shooting, questions that nobody could answer. The detective work began immediately. Police knew there were multiple people in that salon. Eyewitnesses, people who saw who walked in, people who saw the gun, people who could describe what the shooter looked like, what they were wearing, how they moved. In homicide investigations, witnesses are everything. Witnesses are how you solve murders. So Baltimore police put out a call. We need anyone who was in that salon to come forward. Nobody did. Not immediately, not later, not in the years that followed. A reward was offered, $4,000 at first. Then it was increased to $8,000. That's real money. That's the kind of money that makes people talk. But Baltimore has a problem, and Sean Yos from the Afro-American named it plainly, the stop snitching culture. It's a code of silence that runs through certain neighborhoods. You don't talk to police. You don't identify killers. You keep your mouth shut, even when a young mother is dead and her child is orphaned. But Destiny had broken that code when she reported the robbery. She had named the people who attacked her. She had gone to court and testified. And maybe, just maybe, that decision got her killed. Or maybe her killer was someone else entirely, someone random, someone who wanted her money or her salon or nothing at all except the power to take a life. The truth is nobody knows, because nobody's talking. Destiny's mother is named Raquel Harrison Jones. After her daughter was killed, after the police took her granddaughter into protective custody, Raquel had to fight to get Dream back, had to prove to the system that she could raise her grandson's child, had to grieve while fighting bureaucracy. She got Dream home, and she's kept Destiny's memory alive every single day since. Raquel has gone on camera multiple times, on the local news stations, cold case segments. She's begged, and I mean begged, the community for help. If someone knows something, please come forward. That's a mother asking. That's a grandmother asking for her granddaughter to have justice.
Hoping someone cares enough about her daughter, cares enough about all women, all mothers, all children to step forth and say something.
Destiny's uncle, DeWine McQueen, has done the same thing. He's gone public. He's told Destiny's story. He's called the killer a cowardly murderer. He said, "Somebody's got to know something. In the name of Jesus, there's no doubt." But the silence continues. Here's what makes this even harder. Destiny saw danger coming. She reported it. She took it seriously. She got a protective order. She did everything a person is supposed to do when they feel threatened. And it didn't save her. In fact, some people wonder if reporting the first attack sealed her fate. If by going to police, and by breaking the code of silence, she made herself a target. We don't know. But the question sits there, heavy, unanswered. Destiny's daughter Dream is 5 years old now. She doesn't remember her mother. She has photos, she has stories. Her grandmother shows her pictures and tells her, "That's your mom. She was so creative. Her creativity was off the roof." Dream is starting kindergarten without ever knowing Destiny. But Baltimore decided something. Destiny's legacy wasn't going to disappear. In early 2020, city officials announced the Destiny's Dream Scholarship. Every year, students at Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School, the same school Destiny graduated from, get cosmetology scholarships in her name. Councilmember Zeke Cohen called Destiny an entrepreneur, a mother, and a mentor to aspiring beauticians. He promised that her legacy will not be forgotten, and it hasn't. In the cosmetology classroom at Mervo, future stylists learn Destiny's story, not just as a tragedy, but as inspiration, as proof that you can build something from nothing, that your dreams matter, that hard work means something. The Healing City Initiative helped raise funds. Community members contributed. People remembered. But here's the thing that keeps me up about this case. Destiny's killer is still out there, still alive, still free, still knowing what they did. It's 2026 now. More than 5 years have passed. The Baltimore Police Department still has Destiny Harrison listed as an unsolved homicide. The reward for information is still available. $8,000. Still waiting. Every year on the anniversary of her death, friends and family light candles. They gather. They remember. They call attention to the fact that justice hasn't been served. And somewhere in Baltimore, someone knows who did this. Someone was there. Or they know someone who was there. Or they've heard something. Or they've seen something that didn't make sense until later. Someone knows. And they've chosen not to speak. I'm not here to judge why. I'm not here to pretend I understand the pressures, the fears, the codes that keep people silent in certain communities. Those are real things. They matter. But so does justice. So does the fact that a 5-year-old girl grows up asking her grandmother questions that can't be fully answered. So does the fact that a woman who worked 3 jobs to build her dream got that dream stolen from her in one moment. So does the fact that Baltimore has a homicide file that'll probably stay open for decades if this pattern continues. Destiny Harrison's story is a lot of things. It's a story about ambition. It's a story about a mother's love. It's a story about how fast everything can change. But it's also a story about silence and about what happens when we choose not to speak up. Destiny's family is still waiting. Her daughter Dream is still growing up without her, and her killer is still walking free. If you watch this and something clicked, if you remembered something or heard something or know someone who might know, Baltimore police are still taking tips. That $8,000 reward is real. And more than that, a family is waiting for answers. To Rackle, to Dream, to everyone who loved Destiny, I'm sorry for what was taken from you, for the silence that followed, for the years without justice. Thank you for watching. And if you got this far, you already know why these stories matter. You already know why we can't let them fade away. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Because there are more stories like Destiny's, more families waiting, more cases that deserve to be remembered. I'll see you in the next one.